Hello, my celestial beings. This is Mystic Storm here to clear the path to a new life with you. If you're new, welcome to the Family and Soul Tribe. I pray that this weekly Essence Intuitive Guidance reading blesses you and you're able to gain guidance for the week ahead, okay? And if you're already a part of the Celestial Tribe, you already know the deal. We back with another one, okay? Another one. So I'm just really happy to be in this space right now. We're going to dive into the astrology and then go into tarot. That's what they should call it. Tarot and Oracle, okay, to confirm some things. But I would like to bring attention, I am a Reiki practitioner, and I am doing a collective distance Reiki for the new moon in Aquarius, okay, that's happening on February 11th, 2021, okay? So if you're catching this and it's after, I will do Reiki for the new and full moons, okay? So with this one, our focus is the solar plexus. Even though it's healing all the chakras, all the points, Reiki energy goes everywhere. But the focus will be for the solar plexus to have that will, to have that confidence, to have that focus to go forth. And we'll dive into that with the astrology here in a second. So yeah, we're gonna hop in here. Let me grab my computer for my notes here and get started. Okay, so for this week, first off, we have the new moon, the Aquarius new moon that's happening on February 11th. I talked about that, and that's happening at 1:06 p.m. Central Time. Then the following day, February 12th, is the Lunar New Year, and this is the year of the ox, okay? And I'm hearing, I didn't look up the ox. Let's see, year of the ox meaning. So February 12th marks the beginning of the year of the ox, the second animal of the Chinese zodiac. The ox donates the hard work, positivity, and honesty that will be manifested in all of us in the coming 12 months, okay? That's something that we can look towards. And then February 14th, we already know, is Valentine's Day. Valentine's Day. I am releasing a love edition pick a card reading for Valentine's Day. So make sure you check that out, okay? Check that out. So we're going to get into it. So with the chart, the highlight this week is the big conjunction of 6 planets in the sign of Aquarius. So this is me being a fellow Aquarius. My birthday was February 5th. So thank you all for the birthday wishes. But yeah, it's heavy on Aquarius energy right now. So that's a beautiful thing because we're going through a shift. We're going through a change right now. So the Aquarius new moon is a part of this huge conjunction because the sun and the moon are conjunct at 23 degrees in the sign of Aquarius. So when the sun and the moon are conjunct, that's what creates a new moon. For full moons, they are in opposition, just to let you know. So with this conjunction, the change is happening with us deep within on a cellular level to transform the way we view life. This starts in our emotional state with the moon that will shape our outside environment and ecosystem. So this is a time to no longer think about just ourselves and see how every living and non-living thing, how we're connected, okay? And the actions that we take now will widely affect our future and the future of our descendants, okay? So this is a big thing. We're thinking about how can we care more? How can we learn more? How can we progress forward in a positive way in order to preserve Earth, okay? So with Mercury Retrograde is right next to the sun and the moon conjunction at 16 degrees Aquarius. And when we realize that our emotions and actions play a huge part in communication, it will get easier to communicate, right? So as this planet is in retrograde and is slowing down, we should also take this time to slow down when it comes to communication and learning. So patience is key. Patience, having temperance is key. You know, when we don't get our way, we hot in the inside. But, you know, just taking our time to communicate and really process how we feel will be beneficial. It's all a growing process, right? So use this time to brush up on things and sharpen your skills during Mercury retrograde. It's a prime time to really soak in some knowledge that you couldn't really grasp at other times, okay? So pick that book up, you know, take that class over, you know. It might really help this time around with Mercury retrograde, especially since Mercury is in the sign of Aquarius. Okay, especially since Mercury is in the sign of Aquarius. That's all about innovation, technology, just growing, you know. So just, yeah, don't worry about your exes calling you, okay? If somebody trying to pick a fight with you, that's okay. Just have a level ground, slow down, you got it, okay? And then with Mercury retrograde, I do have a pick a card for Mercury retrograde, because remember, Mercury started in retrograde, was it January 30th, and he'll be in retrograde until February 20th. Okay, so we still got a little way. We halfway there. SpongeBob, always in my brain. All right. So we have Venus and Jupiter follows the conjunction. So I'm going 23 degrees. We're going down to 6, and I'll explain why. So Venus and Jupiter follows the conjunction like will at 12 degrees in the humanitarian sign. This shows that collectively we are evolving and opening our heart chakras to be more expansive and inclusive. Okay, expansive and inclusive, having that compassion and not, you know, not bullying people or discriminating people for what they believe or how they view life, you know, just being open and free and knowing that the love frequency heals all, okay? Love frequency heals all. So yeah, having more compassion for yourself after discovering some dark and shadow aspects of yourself, especially during this past winter, okay, will open up yourself and allow you to have compassion for others, okay? This will also help in releasing and letting go of unnecessary emotions that will harbor energetic blockages, okay? So that's stuff that used to get you all wound up in the past. All right, we're moving forward on that. We're not letting it get us the way it did before, having a more level ground, expanding our compassion and just letting it go and forgiving, okay? So that brings us to the foundation of this 6-planet conjunction, and that's the Saturn, the planet Saturn at 6 degrees, okay? Saturn is putting us through the ringer, y'all, okay? To mature, shape up, and set boundaries for ourselves and for others, you know, but you know, it starts with ourselves. It all begins with us, okay? So this backbone is the structure of this worldly transformation we are embarking on. So yes, things are looking a little shaky. Yes, things are getting exposed. You're being exposed. You know, communities, the nation, the world is being exposed to some things that we have to work on, that we have to restructure. I had a dream, and I won't get into the dream, but it was very personal to me. But it was, I would say it was called Candleland. But when I spelled it out, it was like can do land. You can do this, okay? You can do it. But there was some things that needed to be restructured, went into a song and said, there's destruction all around us. We have to restructure, rebuild, revise. Restructure, rebuild, revise. Okay? And you can take that within and in the ecosystem. Okay? Everywhere it needs restructuring, rebuilding, and revising. That is a part of the evolution. Okay? It's a part of the evolution. So just remember that. You know, with change comes challenges that are sometimes hard to face. We want to change, but we don't want to take the necessary and consistent movement to see it through. Our stubbornness comes from Mars squared the Sun, Moon, Mercury Retrograde, Venus, and Jupiter. Woo, okay? Our will and motivation is the biggest obstacle we must face during this time. So focusing on the solar plexus chakra will help in clearing this blockage, okay? So we're having these frustrations. We have this because we're being exposed. We got to restructure, rebuild, revise, and we're like, hold up, no. I want things, that sounds good, but I don't really want to do all that. So this is why we need that solar plexus energy to have that will and that drive. We just had the Leo full moon about a couple of weeks ago, and Leo and Aquarius are opposing signs, so they work together. Okay, so with using that Leo energy, also to have that confidence, have the will and the focus to keep going is going to get us through. Okay. So our creativity, our uniqueness, and our individuality may be dampened with Uranus square Venus, Jupiter, and Saturn. And, you know, this, you think about uniqueness, creativity, and all, that's Aquarius energy. But we're talking about Uranus because Uranus is the co-ruler of Aquarius along with Saturn. Okay? So it's like you have this fun, eccentric, knowledge-seeking sign, very like out-the-box thinking. Then you have the restrictions. Hold up. You have to do it, but you have to do it right. You have to come correct. That's Saturn, okay? So, but Uranus is squared with Venus, Jupiter, and Saturn, which makes our deepest desires feel unattainable because Black Moon Lilith is also, which is in conjunction with Uranus and Mars in the sign of Taurus, I will say. So Black Moon Lilith is squared Mercury Retrograde, Venus, Jupiter, and Saturn. So it looks, you're like, well, dang, this looks a little bleak, you know. How can we get through this? Like, you know, the alignments is showing that we can't do this. There's obstacles, there's tension. So we might as well just wait till there's some harmony. There's some trines and sextiles and all this stuff. Some more conjunctions. But I'll tell you, there is a sextile. There aren't any trines, but there is a sextile. So Mars is sextile. Mars in the sign of Taurus is sextile with Neptune in Pisces. So if we stay tethered to our faith and spirituality, this can help us fuel our will. Fuel our will. Staying tethered to spirit, to our guides, trusting our intuition, trusting our higher selves, knowing that if we take these necessary steps, that all will be well. We just have to get moving. Just take that first step. Now, please note that faith without works is dead. It's stagnant, and I'll go nowhere. You hear? Nowhere. So you can have all the faith in the world that things are going to change, but if you don't put in that necessary action, that necessary will and motivation constantly, then there won't be any change. Okay? And change is hard. You have to, you know, restructure, rebuild, revise. Just period. You have to make edits to your life. And sometimes it's hard because that you've been doing something for so long the same way. We are creatures of habit. And we just have to, shake things up a bit. Be open to this evolution of our species, okay, and of the world. So, yes, things may be tough, but be patient. And this is coming from somebody that got tired of anytime I was in like a group and people were pulling cards for me, I always get temperance. I was like, if I get temperance or patience one more time, I've been patient. But I wasn't being patient. I was just waiting. Ooh. And now patience has that thing of peace, that underlying peace, okay? So having peace and knowing that the work that you're doing, that what you're doing is evolving, and being patient in your evolution, okay? When you work through these obstacles and challenges, they are here for lessons. There's lessons that have to be learned in order to get you to the step that you see in your mind's eye, okay? And then I will also like to pay attention to that all the tension we are experiencing right now is for our highest and greatest good, because the North Node, which is in Gemini at this time, is trine. There's that trine. Trine with the Sun, Moon, Mercury, Venus, and Jupiter. Okay? Wow. The North Node, that's the only thing trine. Now, the North Node isn't a planet. Okay? It's a focal point within the astrology chart. So the planets aren't trine, but the North Node is. The North Node is that focus forward to our true north, to our destiny. Okay? So all of this is happening, all the tension that's happening, the lack of will that we have to work through so we can break through these obstacles and challenges is pushing us and propelling us forward to progress and transform and be the best versions of ourselves. It's up to us. It's up to us what we choose. It's up to us what we choose. Okay? So I love this for us. Okay? We're going to get into the tarot. Okay? I have a lot of things, a lot of cards over here. But we're probably just going to bust out a few, not too much. So we're going to do the singing bowl first to get us attuned to the additional messages and just put our heart and our spirit at ease, okay? Beautiful. Beautiful. Okay, we're going to get started with the Spellcaster's Tarot. Yeah, what messages, what guidance do you have for us this week? What additional messages do you have? Okay. Two of Pentacles. I'll take that one. It was too many on that side. Two of Pentacles. The Devil in reverse. Hand clap. Hand clap. Yes. Okay. You have the King of Pentacles, look, and the Lovers. Appropriana for Valentine's Day. Okay. Yes. So with the Two of Pentacles here, this is saying that we are balancing. This is a time to balance our lives, to balance the light and dark within, to balance the masculine and feminine energies within, to balance our mundane lives. Like we're set out to be great, right? But we still out here in the matrix. we still gotta do what we gotta do, because we gotta survive, but this is bringing us in a state of flow. Okay, we're processing our lives and we're assessing and we're getting in this flow state to where we are balancing. And this is beautiful because the devil is in reverse. We're not letting fear, we're not letting doubt, we're not letting worry, we're not letting addictions, we're not letting that phase us or hinder us anymore. Going forward, we are cleansing. We are cleansing. We're not worrying about that. We're letting it go. We forgiving. We surrendering anything that we cannot control, because we already know what we have to work on, what we have to stay balanced. Everything else out there, what we can't control, it doesn't phase us. It doesn't phase us because we know what we have to work on, what we have to focus on. And it's a filtering of the mind, that's going on. And especially when it comes to material wealth, okay? Material wealth. We're working to build something beautiful, to build something prosperous, something abundant. And we're working towards that, because we go from the Two of Pentacles to the King of Pentacles. Okay, we're grasping, we're balancing, we're figuring out what we need to do in order to take those next steps further, so we can be fruitful, so we can be abundant. Okay, and we're not letting the devil in reverse is between these two. We're not letting fear hold us back this time. We're not letting fear, we're not letting people, we're not letting anything hold us back to what we trying to get this time. Okay? We're not doing it. Because in order, again, it's things that I can't worry about that. That's not something that I can control. I have to focus. Yes, we're focusing collectively on the world and all this stuff, but you have to do what's best for you. Okay? And this is saying that you're stepping into that. The mental chains that you put yourself in to say that you couldn't do this because somebody else needs you, that codependency, that feeling that only you can do it and other people are going to feel bad if you do this. Forget that. That has nothing to do with you. Has nothing to do with you. You assess by figuring out what you can handle, what you need to do to take that next leap, that next step, not letting fear hold you back. Okay? Having that will, that drive, right? That's why we need to work on that solar plexus, so we can have that confidence to go after the King of Pentacles energy. Okay? Okay? And then look, balance like that Two of Pentacles to the Lovers. Two of Pentacles to the Lovers. Okay? You're grasping this harmony. There's a rainbow here. So yes, that's the obstacles, right? Because the storm has already happened. All right, by this time. Yes, so know that there is a storm. Okay? Know that there is a storm coming. Yes, there's obstacles. Okay? But it's here to what? Clear the path to a new life. And once you do that, right, there's abundance, there's fruitfulness, there's love. There's looking at your shadow self and embracing it and loving it. This is showing compassion to yourself, so that way you can show compassion to others, right? This is looking at yourself, looking at your reflection, and knowing that it's all a part of you. It's oneness, it's wholeness, right? Knowing that our ecosystem is oneness, is wholeness, it's interconnectedness. We're all going through the same thing at a foundational level, okay? At the deepest level, we're all facing these things together. But only the strongest will survive. That's what I heard. Only the strongest will survive. How can you be strong? By being aware. Being aware of the energies that be, and actively evolving, actively being aware of what you can do to access, so you can change the root of your reality. Okay, so clearing the path to the new life, you ultimately have this path, right? But you might have to take a few detours. Clearing the path is seeing it and going. Now, there's other paths. Yes, there's other paths that you can take, right? Because we have free will. The devil card is also the free will card, okay? We all have free will. So with this free will, we need to know that when we're clearing the path to a new life, that's the highest version of ourselves, okay? Clearing the path to fulfillment, to ultimate abundance, to wealth, prosperity, okay? Now there's other paths you can take depending on the choices and actions you make. Ooh, there's other paths to take, but there's choices and actions you must, what is that? You must make. Okay, I was like, okay, look at that. But yeah, just knowing that and honoring that and being in a state of awareness and going after what you want in this life is key. And balancing, knowing that with work also is a resting period. There's also a time for things to accumulate. Having that patience, honoring the seasons of life, okay? Honoring the seasons of life, okay? So, yeah, I'm hearing the secret language of color. Let's see. Oh, yeah, these cards are kind of hard to shuffle sometimes. I don't know what it is. But they are hard to shuffle. So maybe I'm not going to like shuffle them like I normally do and just do them like this going forward. All right, Spirit. What messages, what guidance do you have for us? Indigo, improve your vision. Indigo, improve your vision. This is the third eye. The third eye. That's where we have, this is where the manifestation starts. It's all mental. Improve your vision. Seeing that and trusting that. And when I said be tethered to that spirituality, because it's guiding you. It's guiding you. So you have to have your eye open. You have to have your eye open to build this firm foundation for yourself. Okay? Having your eye open. Improve your vision. So how can you improve your vision? Work with your third eye chakra, right? Building up your confidence to trust your intuition. Solar plexus is the background of everything. I learned that, not too long ago, that the solar plexus, you have to, In order to create, you have to have confidence. In order to not have fear, you have to have confidence. In order to love, you have to be confident in yourself. In order to speak up, you have to be confident. Everything, solar plexus plays a huge part in our chakra system. Okay, so we have to, you know, if it's blocked right now, oh boy, oh boy, we got to get it together. Okay, so building up that confidence, and in doing it, do some exercises to help. Okay, do some exercises to help with that, so you can build up your imagination. Okay, being more imaginative, seeing, you might just hear things, you might be clairaudient, and that might help you to start off. And like, you might just see colors. That's still, like, look, the secret language of colors. You might just see a color, and you can go off that, the meaning of this color, and that can help guide you. Okay, working with your dreams. Okay, working with your dreams. I recently got some mugwort. Okay, that to help with dreams and lucid dreaming, astral travel. Okay, so that is very good. So I did shuffle some cards from the chakra insight, and family came up, and home. Okay, this is root chakra energy. Home came out in reverse. And so this is something that we are working on. So family, belonging, community, culture, tribe, and then home, shelter, safety, nurturing, warmth. Okay, so there might be some hiccups within the home. Again, we are in the Mercury Retrograde period, so people in your family might be getting on your nerves. You know, that's okay. You know, your friends might be getting on your nerves, your roommates, you know, that's, you know, that it's okay. As long as you straight within, it will be okay. Okay, but with this family card, this is developing your family. Like, you might be expecting like children, or you might have decided that you're ready to start having kids, or if you already have kids, this is really paying attention to your family. Thinking about your lineage. Because remember, I said the actions that you will take, the actions that you make now will widely affect your future and your descendants' future. Okay, so this is a wake-up call to keep that in mind. All right, and then your tribe, knowing that, you know, this is King of Pentacles energy. This is you knowing you're developing and building that tribe, these connections with people that are really there for you, or really you feel like you belong, and that you are a part of something fruitful, and something like you're connecting with people that really get you, like, are really into the things you are into, and you all connect, like you're on the same frequency. That's a beautiful thing. That is a beautiful thing to have. So, and then at the bottom of the deck, we have money in reverse. So that's something that we might have a little, you know, uncertainty on, and that's okay, because I think in America, ain't we getting our third stimulus? I'm ready for it. So don't worry too much on that. Okay, so we're getting set up to, as long as we focus on the things that we can control, things that we can make a change on, and actually do them, even if it's just taking that first step. You know, you can do it. You can do it. The hardest thing is to move. The hardest thing is to grow, to expand, to change. But once you do it, you're like, oh, what was I doing all this while? Jupiter, benefits. Come on, look, that money was in reverse. Jupiter came here and said, no. Don't worry about that. Don't worry. Don't worry. Don't worry. Because don't we got the King of Pentacles here? But Jupiter said, don't worry. It's going to be an expansion. Okay. Growth, expansion. Okay. Jupiter return. You getting what's yours. You getting what's yours. Ninth house. And crazy. The majority of the planets in conjunction in the sign of Aquarius are in the ninth house. And it says what? Faith. Faith. Having faith through this process. Knowing that the happy home that you want is yours. Knowing that everything that you want to accumulate on this life, if you're building and growing a business, keep going. Keep going. If this is your career and you're trying to get up the corporate ladder, know that you can do that. You know what I'm saying? Don't sell yourself short or think that you aren't capable. Aren't capable of that, because you are. Period. You are capable to reaching your highest goal. And it's a mental thing. It's a mental thing. So thank God for the devil in reverse. Knowing that, you know, you can see it in your mind's eye, but don't doubt it. Don't doubt it. Because when you have that doubt, then that's what, I was about to cuss, that's what messed you up. When that doubt creeps in and messes you up to the point where you stay stagnant. Because you're afraid to move. You're afraid to move. You're afraid to change because you think that it won't even matter anyway. But it will. Look, ooh, the masculine. This is a Queen of the Moon oracle. We have to step in our masculinity. That's going to balance us out. Okay, we know in spirituality, you know, the divine feminine, the divine feminine. No, don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong, divine feminine. But she already know. I ain't gotta apologize. She already know. We have to have that balance, so we need the divine masculine energy too. So we need that masculine energy to work through it. And look, he has the moon behind him, working with the phases. So that's the divine feminine still working with that energy, bringing harmony. Okay, bringing harmony to yourself and knowing that, you know, in order to make the change that we see in our mind eye, the vision that we have to be, you know, out there, put ourselves out there. And ooh, boundaries. We talked about that with Saturn's energy. There's a limit. There's a cap to things. So when I see this for right now, knowing, when you're taking those steps towards change, okay, limit yourself. Don't just go big or go home. Don't overwork yourself. Okay, do it in increments. Okay, and then once you set those boundaries, and then soon after you know it, it expands. Ooh, Jupiter. It expands. Okay, so you're able to do more. But right now there are some restrictions because you can only do so much. This reminds me of yoga. When I first started yoga, I was like, oh, I cannot do these poses, like, or I can't do this, or this is hard for me. And it's not about the poses. It's about meeting yourself where you're at right now. Meet yourself where you're at right now. Accept that and take the steps and continue to work on it till one day you're like, wow, I can do this. I can do this. And it's a rewarding sense, okay? So stepping into your masculine to actively to make movement for change, okay? Actively make movement for change, okay? This is the Soul's Lessons cards. And I'm going to wrap up here. I had some love cards and stuff, but I'm not feeling it for this reading. We already got the Valentine's Day special pick a card, love edition, you know, so go check that out. But this message is not, I mean, even though we had the lovers, it's balancing within, baby. It's balancing within. Surrender. 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 It says, I can release my need to control. I can release my need to control. Remember, I said we focusing on what we, you know, even what controlling ourselves. We might have a tight schedule on ourselves, you know, being at flow, you know, taking things as they go. Okay? Surrender. Surrender your need to control and trust in divine timing. Perseverance. This is what we're doing. Perseverance. And I'm going to take the Pride card because it's the second time it came at the bottom of the deck. So I'm going to do that. So perseverance, it says, I know that I can do whatever I set my mind to. We talked about that with the devil and reversing that fear and that doubt, how it can mess you up. I can do whatever I set my mind to. I know this. So if I know this, I could then step up in my masculine energy and see it through. Okay? See it through. And look, at the bottom of the deck, it had pride. It says, I love myself and I see myself in everyone. We talked about interconnectedness. And I was like, I wonder why this pride card is here. I'm like, you're being too prideful or whatever. Knowing that we are all connected. I love myself. I love myself. Having that compassion for myself, having that love for myself, and I could see myself, that compassion in everyone. And therefore, it all heals. Everything heals. Oh my gosh, that's beautiful, y'all. That is beautiful. Okay, so I'm reaching for the Whispers of the Ocean. And then we'll see if I'll do the Wild Offering. This may be our benediction for today. Alright. I'm like, every step counts. Wow. Wow, Spirit. Oh my gosh. And ever since you said, like, every step counts. There's an advantage in taking things slowly. It's that Mercury Retrograde. Breathe deeply and fully as you consider your options. Breathe deeply and fully as you consider your options. Take your time. Take your time with this. Because this journey is lifelong. This journey is lifelong. Every step counts. Every step counts. I'm going to go ahead and do the Wild Offering. Because I just love this deck. I love this deck. Every step counts towards our end goal. And there are multiple end goals. Meet yourself where you're at right now. And as you're doing that, you then are improving your vision because you can expand, Jupiter, expand on how you see yourself and how you see how you can build up your life. That's that King of Pentacles. You have to go through stages. That's the whole lesson of life. going through stages and not losing faith. Wow. Y'all, doubt. Come on, Spirit. Come on, Spirit. It says offering all to the divine doesn't mean, because that's that surrender, doesn't mean negativity never arises. You can say, free me from this prison of doubt. I cast this burden to you. Show me your will and restore me to faith and confidence. Wow. See, you see why I love the wow offering? I love that deck. I love it. Come on. Wow. I free me from this prison of doubt. I cast this burden to you. Show me your will and restore me to faith and confidence. That's all we got to do. Release this doubt and just take little steps, a step at a time, forward to the vision that you have for yourself. And eventually you'll look up and you sitting on a gold mine. You on top of your throne. You've been there all along. Here. But you are finally seeing physically the benefits of your labor. And that's what we're working on. But it all begins with us taking that step forward. So I hope you all receive that. I love this reading. So happy to be able to deliver this message to you all. And I hope y'all have a wonderful week, and just remember to balance life and just be open and be in a state of flow, and all will be well. So I love you all. Thank you so much for rocking with me. I love y'all, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.